docking system there. They built in 1950. The property has been, since 1950, the property has been privately operated. The city has not operated this property since 1950. We've had private individuals operating this property. In the 60s and 70s, 2 hotels were built here. Those hotels have become outdated. In 1976, the Bahia Mar started hosting the International Boat Show. I'll talk a little bit later about the boat show and its significance to this project. Without these improvements, we may be losing that boat show. In 1989, Bahia Mar and 4 condominiums around it was deemed to be in a blighted area. The city looked at this area and realized that there were underutilized parcels. You said there were inadequate streets and sidewalks, and you determined it was blighted, and you developed a beach CRA. In over 20 years, not much has changed since you deemed this area blighted. In 2003, we did do some improvements. We did $19 million worth of improvements in the renovations to the marina. Beyond that, the property hasn't changed a lot since '89. What we're looking to do is develop the Bahia Mar Park. The Bahia Mar Park will be a world-class type of development for a world-class city. That's a view of the park from the air, showing the new buildings and also showing the park. What we're asking is for our partner to agree with us in developing this. As we see development going on around the state and around local municipalities, they're asking for tax dollars to help out. This project is asking for no tax dollars. Not 1 penny invested from the city of Fort Lauderdale. The only investment will be a loss if we do not do this project. We're asking as your partner to be able to develop and provide more dollars to the city of Fort Lauderdale as your partner. Right now, the property doesn't seem inviting to the public. As you've seen, and all of you are aware of the property, you don't realize that the public has full access to this property. You can go on the property and walk around on the back docks, but that doesn't seem possible. It's not as inviting. As we put more private dollars into this project, it will seem more public, so our citizens can enjoy walking along the beach and seeing this property and actually going to the park. As I mentioned before, it's all about the boat show. The boat show is so tremendously important to the city of Fort Lauderdale. Every year brings in an estimated up to $600 million to the city. In real terms, that's like having a Super Bowl every year in the city of Fort Lauderdale. Up to $600 million. Last year alone, $3 billion worth of boats were here for the boat show. We are facing competition, not only from other states, but from other nations. We are facing competition and in jeopardy if we do not make the improvement of losing this world-class event at the city every year that brings so much revenue to the city. One thing that we will do with our Bahia Mar Park is be able to house the boat show a little bit. We've been in negotiations with them, and you see we have spaces for tent space, and also with the parking garage, there will be excellent exhibition space for the boat show in an effort to compete with other cities and other nations to keep the boat show here in Fort Lauderdale. We're also proposing to build a Waldorf Astoria, a world-class hotel for a world-class city. But more importantly, we're looking to renovate the existing Bahia Mar. As you see from the Hilton property that we have, we've renovated it to make it more family-friendly, and we're looking to do the same for the Bahia Mar, to put the dollars into the Bahia Mar to make it more inviting for families so that it can continue to prosper and the city prosper along with it. We'll talk about the lease a little later, but a brief rundown of the numbers. We're looking at increased lease payments after 2019 of $5 million. And we're looking at property tax increases of $1.9 million. More importantly, we're looking at the construction jobs through the years of 2,600 jobs being created during the development of this project. Now, not all at one time. You're not going to have 2,600 people there at one time. But you're looking at 2,600 jobs. And after construction, you're looking at 800 new jobs for the citizens of Fort Lauderdale. We're also looking over the development of this plan, $400 million increase to the city of Fort Lauderdale. Over the entire deal, you're looking at a $400 million increase without a penny investment of the city. All private dollars going in to increase the money to the city of $400 million. And what can we do with that revenue? As mentioned before, with the beach CRA, we have plans for the beach. And a lot of those plans will cost dollars. That's part of what that $400 million can do is go to those plans at the Swimming Hall of Fame and other things we need to do to help that, as you call it, blighted area on the beach. This project is for the good of the city. It's located on the beach, but the dollars generated and the jobs generated will be for the good of the city. It will be good for Bayview Drive, for Fishstrong, for Ravenswood, all the way back to A1A. It's for the entire city. To develop this property is your partner. We're looking for your help and allowing us to help you. Next, we're going to have Courtney Crush to go over the site plan.